This is the OnePlus 7 Pro, the company's latest and greatest flagship killer that this time is not just here to compete with specs and the price. See, every previous OnePlus I've reviewed or compared has won because the shortcomings were always something you could forgive for all the specs you received for the price tag. But what if I told you that part of that has changed? What if the specs were still powerful, the price was still aggressive, and yet most of the things that we felt were missing were finally addressed? Actually, you're going to hear the word finally a lot in this video. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's dive in. In the past, the narrative of OnePlus was always to never settle, but that wasn't really the case. Either features were missing, or the camera wasn't really there, or the design followed trends no one was really asking for. The OnePlus 7 Pro is all about walking that talk, in addition to bringing its own unique features, and the experience really begins with the unboxing. Now, disclaimer, my review kit will come with more stuff than the experience you'll have. Our box included a new OnePlus 7 Pro, the new Bullets Wireless 2, and a Warp Charge car adapter, which I've actually been looking forward to, along with the usual cool cases that OnePlus sells for very little money. Inside the box of the Bullets Wireless, we have the headphones front and center, and below are ear cushions for different sizes, a red case that I've come to love, and a USB-C small cable for charging, since they are Warp Charge capable. And as for the car adapter, we have the advantage that it doesn't just bring the Warp Charger, it also includes a USB-A to USB-C cable in OnePlus fashion as well. As for the OnePlus 7 Pro, we start with literature, a clear case covering it all along with a SIM ejector tool, the device below, a Warp Charge 30 adapter, and a USB-A to USB-C cable below. Allow me the honors to remove this plastic. And sorry guys, I know that this is a screen protector. I'm just not a fan, but I know that some of you are, so it's great that it's included. Really, it's hard to deny just how gorgeous this device is at a glance. We've got three color options, mirror gray, an almond that will launch later, and this nebula blue that's currently my favorite thanks to its matte finish. It is curved all around, the camera hump is not really intrusive, and the buttons are placed where human hands can reach them. And no worries, the beloved mute slider is here for added convenience. What I find the most striking is the display. No bezels, no notches, just a curved and fluid display as the company is calling it. This is a 6.7-inch AMOLED panel finally making the jump to Quad HD Plus resolution. We have sRGB, DCI-P3, and even HDR10 Plus support, all on 600 nits of brightness. It's one of the first OLEDs to bring 90Hz refresh rate for those of you interested in gaming or just a more fluid experience. I'm honestly more about just how immersive it is thanks to its great color reproduction, and the fact that the company is also finally making the jump to stereo dual firing speakers tuned by Dolby Atmos.
And early, they're giving us a tour of the place.
For those owls in the crowd, there's a new Night Mode 2.0 that filters out more of the blue rays from the display, and it can get as dark as 0.27 nits for added comfort. And then for those of you readers in the crowd, the black and white reading mode is here making a return as well. As for the reasons why notches existed, aka the selfie cam, well, there's a new pop-up camera at 16 megapixels and f2 aperture. The company claims that the mechanism has been tested 300,000 times, which amounts to 150 times a day for up to 5 years, and there's even free fall detection in case the phone slips off your hand when it's extended. The speed of the pop-up is fast enough for it to even support Face to Unlock in 0.65 seconds. Like, I really have no complaints with it. My biggest concern when I saw the leaks of this camera module was water resistance. I know of no other device with moving parts that claims this, but OnePlus has assured that this device retains the same experience of previous generations. To keep it safe, I'll just call this splash-proof. Those of you looking for a more convenient approach to unlocking the phone, the on-display fingerprint scanner has been improved, now with a 36% larger sensor and unlocking the phone in just 0.21 seconds. And since we're talking specs, as expected, we have a powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, 6, 8, or 12 gigs of RAM, 128 or 256 gigs of UFS 3.0 storage, a larger 4000 mAh battery, Warp Charge 30 that takes the power pack from 0 to 50% in 20 minutes, a new X-axis haptic vibration motor for better interaction, Wi-Fi AC, Bluetooth 5, and all the LTE bands you could think of. Like seriously, everything but the kitchen sink is here. And then flipping things around, we have 3 camera sensors, and these are finally all cameras, like real ones, not just depth sensors. We have a Sony IMX586 primary at 48 megapixels, f1.6 aperture, and support for an insane 1.6 microns through pixel binning. Below it is an 8 megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom, f2.4 aperture, standard microns, and OIS. And above it, yes, believe it or not, a 16 megapixel ultra wide at 117 degrees of field of view, f2.2 aperture, and no OIS. There are new enhancements like Nightscape 2.0 and a smarter approach to HDR+. In video, we have support for 4K at 60 frames per second, 1080p super slow-mo at 240 frames per second, 720p at 480, though the selfie camera only supports 1080p at 30 FPS. We'll report more on the experience with the cameras as we get closer to comparisons in our full review, but so far our first impressions are very positive. Oxygen OS jumps to version 9.5.2 on top of Android 9 Pie, and keep in mind this phone is on the list for the Q beta as well. The experience has been fast and fluid as we've come to expect from OnePlus, and obviously the 90Hz only makes it even better. This is seriously one of my favorite user interfaces, probably better and more stock Android than even the Pixel. And it now includes improvements like a screen recording feature in case that's your thing, and probably my favorite change is this new Zen mode for digital well-being. It forces you to spend 20 minutes of phone-free time that you can't cheat. If you enable this, you won't be able to switch it off even if you reset the phone. Overall, I have to say, my first impressions are not that this is a phone that cuts corners. We have gorgeous hardware, no compromises on the display, the best specifications, great software, and a complete camera combo. Seriously, the only thing this phone is missing is wireless charging, which has warp charging as a solution in addition to good battery life, and obviously the lack of a headphone jack. Now, the thing is, when the starting price is just $669, and you can get a pair of Bullets Wireless 2 for just $99, you're looking at a full-blown flagship with wireless headphones for nearly the same amount of money as an iPhone XR or a Galaxy S10e. Those are actually going to be some hot comparisons that are coming very soon. Yes, this is a T-Mobile exclusive in the United States, and there's even a trade-in program for those of you wanting to make the upgrade. I'm personally very impressed, but we would love to hear what you think. Let us know about your first impressions of the OnePlus 7 Pro in the comments down below, and while you're at it, make sure you follow us on social media as most of our extended coverage of the OnePlus 7 Pro will happen at our Instagram at Pocketnow, and sure, you can also follow me at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.